Get sober and find your calling. That's what it took for me to find out what my calling was in life. I had to put down the alcohol, stay off it 100%, be alcohol free. And after a certain amount of time, I started to find my way. My name's Josh. I'm coming to you from Live Life to the Fullest. I want to talk to you a little bit about how being sober can help you find your way and find your path and find your calling in your life. You'll want to stick with me to the end of this video to get the maximum benefits of what I'm about to tell you. When you quit drinking, when I quit drinking, when other people do quit drinking, they spent many, many years, especially if you had a problem with alcohol like I did, you spend many, many years thinking about alcohol, getting alcohol. What are you going to drink? How much are you going to drink? How am I going to feel tomorrow? Do I have things I have to do tomorrow? Planning out what the day or what the night is going to be like as far as your drinking goes. Set aside everything else that you have going on. Your number one focus is the alcohol. From the moment you wake up to the moment you pass out at night, and then till you get up in the morning and start that whole process over again. And it's a vicious cycle, and it's a nasty, nasty cycle, and it makes alcohol this sinister type of situation where there's never enough drinking, there's never enough alcohol to satisfy that craving. When you put it down, you start to heal from the years of abuse, the alcohol abuse, the self abuse, and all these things that come along with being addicted to alcohol. And you start to find new passions, or you look back and you think about what used to bring you joy and you start doing those things instead of drinking, and you rekindle that passion that you once had for certain things that you liked, but you just didn't do because you were worried about drinking every day. That's what happened for me. I put the alcohol down. I got a week sober and then a month sober, and I started to recognize that I was actually healing from all those years of drinking, and I was feeling better, and I was walking more, and I was playing with my dogs more. I was paying more attention to my family. I was paying more attention to my customers at work, and I was starting to be kinder and not so on edge and anxious and angry all the time, which was kind of the reason why I wanted to quit in the first place. I didn't have some illness that I had to quit. I didn't have some kind of legal issues that made me have to quit drinking. I quit on my own. I did have some issues with the anger that really prompted it. That's one of those insidious types of things that kind of goes untalked about as far as alcohol use goes. Mental health is a huge aspect of addiction. It's a huge aspect of drinking alcohol and a huge aspect of doing drugs and turning to other things, chemicals that raise your dopamine levels and make you feel good, but are causing you harm in many other ways in your life. So the anger issues, although weren't accepted in my life, in my wife's eyes, and my kids' eyes, as a whole in society, those things don't get talked about as much, probably because they need to be hidden. You know, you're a different person at home as you are in the public. My feeling is that once I started feeling better, I started noticing that I was being kinder not only to my family, but those around me that I helped on a daily basis at work and out in public, just in general. Just a smile, just to say, thank you. Or you go ahead in front of me, like in traffic or at the grocery store or wherever, and you do it and you say it with a smile and you mean it, and you know that you're real and you're not going to go home and be angry at home. It's just being alcohol free allows you to be your real authentic self, And as a result, it allows you to find what your true calling is. If you're like me and you started drinking at an early age, I was 15 when I started drinking. I never truly found my calling. Yes, I went and graduated high school. Yes, I went to college. I didn't graduate college until I was later in life, in my early 30s. Be that as it may, I still didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I always kind of was interested in marketing. I was always kind of interested in business. Part of that is because my dad was in advertising and he was a huge marketing advocate and he was a salesman. And I watched that and I kind of enjoyed watching him do that. Now, he had a huge passion for it, and I found that I didn't really have a huge passion for it. But as time went on and I started to feel better with the being sober and not worry about people drinking and wanting to be part of that, or feeling like this is a joyous occasion, it's really nice out, it's a sunny day, alcohol would benefit me and enhance that, coming to the realization that it will not enhance anything. It will not enhance it. It won't make it better. In fact, it'll make it worse, and it'll make me feel worse today and the days beyond. Once I started to come to terms with those things, which took a few months, I started to gain a clarity that I wanted to grow in other aspects of my life. So after a year or year and a half, I found a church. I started growing in my faith more. I started to pick up and read the Bible. I started to meet people at the church, meet my pastor, and I started this YouTube channel because of a church testimonial that I did for Easter and earlier this year. After I did that church testimonial, I did a podcast with Annie Grace from This Naked Mind. And I started to find that I was passionate about making videos, about talking about my sobriety, about talking about my faith, and about having a better relationship and a more authentic relationship with the people that shared those common interests as me on my This Naked Mind forum, on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook communities, and elsewhere at my church and other places. I started to find my passion, and I think you can too. So, wherever you are in your journey, take solace in the fact that you're here. I've got a Facebook group that I'd love you to join. I'll pin the link below. It's called Sobriety in the Storm. It's a private Facebook group. We're there 24/7. I personally post every day. Some people post occasionally. Some people are in it and they're just looking for inspiration. Some people like to inspire, but we're all like-minded people and we all are looking to just live a sober life, it's an alcohol free life. It could be a drug addiction that you had, alcohol addiction, or any other thing that holds you back. But it's a group of like minded people that can help you in your life, inspire you, or help you cope with other things, urges to drink, family issues, issues with friends, anything that you have going on. So I urge you to come on over to the Facebook group. I urge you to comment on this forum here. Tell me if you'd like to hear more faith stuff, more sobriety stuff, see me travel more, play with my dogs more, any of those kinds of things. I encourage you to share it and don't hold back. So have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.